So let's double click on names.txt. It will going to open up in Eclipse. So let's put some data in there. I am an, okay, I want you to say it out loud. Okay, so now after you've written this text, you save it and you close it. Now we're going to right click in the source and create a new class. We're going to call this one read names file. Public static void main. We're going to create a file object which we're going to tap into this file names.txt. Don't forget to organize your imports. So after I declared an object of file type, buffered input stream, and file input stream, I organized my import with each one of them. Now before I start working with them, I would like to play with the try catch block. I would like to put a try catch block. In fact, I want to do a couple of catch blocks. In one of them, I want to run file not found exception. And the other one, I want to do IO exception. Even though you've organized your imports, but since you do not have any line in the try that can invoke either of the two catches, that's why it is complaining. But the moment you tie your file input stream to your file object, so file input stream, so file input stream, as soon as you instantiate it, and after you instantiate, you tie it to your file object, those errors will going to go away because now there's a code in try that could generate either of the two catches. Next, we will going to pass the file input stream into a buffered input stream object. And why are we doing it into a buffered input stream? So that we can read it faster. So from the file, we are putting into a stream and we are loading the entire stream into a buffer so that we can just read the whole buffer in one shot for faster processing. Now I'm going to run a while loop as long as the buffered input stream is available. Means there are bytes to read. As long as there are bytes to read, then system.out.println, or I should say print so that they are printed on the same line, we will going to do the buffered input stream dot read. Okay. Now here is another catch. Buffered input stream dot read actually returns an, because every letter on the keyboard is tied to an ASCII key. So that's what it returns, an ASCII key for each letter that it reads, because it converts it into a byte. So what we do is, before we print it out on the screen, we convert it into a character. So as the byte comes in, it should be converted to a character before it's thrown out. So we have a try catch block that allows us to try this piece of code and catch it if it has any errors in it. Now, last week, if you may remember, we talked about finally. Finally block is after all the catches, and the purpose of finally block is that it doesn't matter if the try is executed or catch, we want finally to always get executed. So finally, we're now going to close the buffers. So finally we're going to try itself. So finally can also have a try-catch block. This is an interesting example that we're doing. And the try-catch block of finally. So now in the try block, we can ask that if the buffered input stream object is not equals to null, that means the object was successfully created, and the file input stream is also not equals to null, that means that was also successfully created, then what we want to do is we want to close each one of their streams. So buffered input stream, we want it to be closed. File input stream, we also want that to be closed. And if there is an error, then we can simply display the same error again. That IO exception error occurred in the try catch block. So let me first try this code to make sure that it is displaying output on the screen. And it brings back, I am an awesome Java programmer.